All right, a beautiful day wherever you're watching us. Good afternoon, good morning, good evening from whatever part of the world you're joining us from. Welcome on the maiden edition of 2023 broadcast, your favorite fortnight program, which is the Spotlight Talk Show with Akim Ogumilade. I've always been your host, and interestingly, I would say this edition marks our consistent 1 year transmission of this broadcast since we changed it from the GTA Spotlight to become the Spotlight. And on this note, I want to say thank you to all our friends, supporters, wherever you've been joining us from. Thank you for making this program meaningful to us because without you watching, of course, we don't feel we're doing anything. So we want to say thank you and officially saying from Extreme Media, we say Happy New Year to everyone joining us. On this edition of the program, it's a very spectacular one. I have a big fish with me, fish in port. We are having a Nigerian Canadian artist. She is a very, very strong force to be reckoned with from the Nigerian Canadian aspect of the Nollywood. She is no other person than, I don't want to let the cat out of the bag. I'm going to let her do our introduction herself on this beautiful edition of the program. And I want to say something quickly as we welcome her to the studio. Please go ahead and keep sharing the link, and if you're watching after the program, we really do appreciate you. Keep joining us from wherever part of the world you're watching from. All right, now welcome informally to the studio, no other person than Deborah Ewadafe Macaulay. Hi Deborah, it's such a pleasure having you on the spotlight.
Yeah, it's a pleasure. Good afternoon, good morning, good evening, wherever you are around the world.
Okay, so we want to quickly start by saying, who is Deborah Ewadafe? Some people are meeting you for the first time. Could you take your time and tell us about yourself?
Yeah, my name is Deborah Ewadafe, like you all know. I am from Delta States, Isoko to be precise, and I'm a single mom with 3 children. A daughter, she'll be 25 this year, a son, 16, and the last 14. What else do you want to know about me? I'm a beautician and at the same time an actor. So that's just the brief me.
Right. Thank you so much, Debbie. Now let's start with the questions for the day. Now you've all met her. Well, for me, if someone asks me who is Deborah Ewadafe, I'll say she's that powerful Amazon, that trailblazer, that wonderful film producer, and a great actress. Thank you so much. That's my own perspective. I'm adding value to that reputation. So let's get cut to the chase. Deborah, the first question I have for you here is, all over the news, locally, internationally, we are hearing about a movie you produced. It's titled Olola Aginju. That's why I'm here this afternoon. What, like this movie, let's start from me. Like, what inspired you to go into such a huge project in Nigeria?
Yeah, thank you very much. Olola Giju is an epic movie, and it's one kind of epic is what I've ever looked for to do all my life since I joined the industry. I have done a couple of movies, English and Yoruba movies, love movie, dramas, and the likes. But this particular epic, I always believe that anytime I want to do epic, it will not just be just epic. I want it real big because right from time, I love to watch epic movies. So anytime I watch, and ever since I joined the industry, I've been wishing to do epic, and not just epic, but a very big epic. So I thank God that I had the opportunity. When the opportunity came, the first thing that came to my mind was, I want to do epic. I've done a couple of movies, but I thought I was saying to myself that epic will do it. Like epic will break it. So along the line, I met Abiodun Adebanjo. He wanted to produce this movie, Olola Aginju. So, and I was like, oh, this is beautiful. I would love to be the executive producer. So that was how we started it. And trust me, I didn't regret opting for that option. Trust me, it was a good decision I took.
Awesome, awesome. Thank you so much. Now, for people watching this wherever, you have the opportunity to, of course, send your messages. You want to reach out, you have comments, you have questions, you want to talk with our celebrity guest. Please feel free, drop your messages. We'll receive them live in the studios there and we'll be able to read them out. Now, I want to move on to the next question here. As a successful actor and producer, can you tell us your lessons and experiences you encountered on the set filming that huge epic project? You know, what were your experiences with the cast and crew in Nigeria?
Yeah, particularly this epic one, Olola Aginju. My experiences, it was really, I don't even know, like maybe I should break them in categories, right? Yeah, when I started Olola Aginju, from the one, it was stressful. You know this saying that says, Kotoba Mada, you know, I don't know that like gold, you know, for gold to come out glittering, it has to pass through fire and all that. Yeah, before Olola Aginju became what we all see today in the cinemas, I really went through a lot of stress. Yeah, from the beginning of Olola Aginju till the end of Olola Aginju was stressful. Even when I managed to get to Nigeria, we went to the village, we had some challenges in the bush, you know, it was stressing. And coupled with the fact that on set, you know, it's a very big project. And while we were on set, I got to meet, it was my first time meeting this kind of huge crowd. And then I kind of got intimidated, kind of, you know, I wasn't too free. And I had that inferiority complex all over me, couldn't function well. Even when it was my turn, completely, you know, I was just off it. I couldn't concentrate. You know, when you are working with top actors, they give them and they are just so fluent with their lines, and then you come to me. First, I'm not a Yoruba person, but I speak Yoruba, and then when it comes to that deep Yoruba thing, I become so afraid to even say something. No, when it was my turn to be on set, trust me, we had to do it many times. Forget whether this was the act. I had to do it many times. That was really challenging. Very, very challenging. So I had the director and some actors that encouraged me, and I was able to pull through. Yeah. And then the experience of fear. I thank God God was faithful. I was really, really afraid, you know, being inside that deep forest, you know, and we that are in this part of the world, whenever we go home, we are always afraid, oh, kidnappers, oh, this, oh, that. Yes, and I had that fear, but somehow securities were there, the army, like they were all there, but still I still had that fear, like, okay. But somehow I managed to just flow. At least it's set now. We know what it is about set. When you are on set, that's your sorrow, whatever you brought from home will be just gone with that home thing. You are in a different world. The happiness, the joy, you know, like it's fun whenever you are on like not on set, like when you go for location, you are at the location, you meet people, you laugh, you eat, you just mingle with them. I mingle with the villagers. I was even dancing with the villagers, and I did a lot of. I had fun. I had fun. It was stressful, but it was fun, you know. And actually, during the production, I had a terrible accident. You know, it wasn't a good experience. You know, I was on the other. They actually taught us how to ride horse. I thought it was something I could do, but unfortunately, when we were on set, boom. Action, because what was going the next thing, I just had to, my leg got off the horse's chain, and I was like, oh my God, instead of the horse to throw me or something, let me just dive. So I took the opportunity. I was almost coming down, so I just took the opportunity to dive. So I dived to the nearest bush, but the luck, and thank God for the director, he quickly stopped the other horses coming. If the horses would have climbed my head. So he stopped those horses, and I was lucky. I was just there. The horses stopped running, and I was just there. And 1 minute I was gone, like 1 second. When I fell down and somebody took me up, then the next thing I fainted, and then blah blah blah. They brought me up, and they took care of me, and I was good again. The next day I went on set, just like that. The good part and the bad part is always like that. These are things we see anytime we go on set.
I can imagine. Honestly speaking, that was a very detailed experience you shared with us, and I hope there are a lot of lessons there, and we hope that I know that now you've learned your lessons from what happened. You are stronger and you're a better person. Now you're sharing your experience with people and even upcoming, to get your mind prepared. I understand that kind of feeling, being on set with top-notch experienced artists who this is what they do every day, and most especially when you're even speaking a borrowed language. You are a Delta lady, and now you ventured into core epic Yoruba. That was really a challenging one. Let's just take a very short break. Let's watch the video of that accident scene, how it happened, and I'm going to come back to it. I want to ask you a question, like what was on your mind after that accident scene. We'll be right back. Just hold on, guys. Yeah, Debbie, look at that fall. In fact, when I watched the video over and over again, I never knew somebody was in that red clothing. So at that point, what was on your mind when you fell down? Debbie, share that experience with us.
Okay, yeah. What happened was when I fell down. At that moment, the truth is, my mind was far away. I just knew that, this horse is taking me to where I don't know, where this horse will take me to. It will take me to where I don't know. That was very fast. And then the next thing I said, instead of me to go and die or something, I felt I dived, but when I dived, at that moment, I didn't know what was happening again to me. Trust me. I fell down, tried to raise my head, and then the next thing everything went blur. So I think that moment I fainted. So people came, carried me, and then I got myself back after a moment or two, and I was rushed to the hospital.
I want to say, we're happy that it didn't pass that, because actually, when I did the research about Aussies and the speed at which they move, it's a very deadly one for somebody to fall off. It's just like you're falling off a car that is on the speed of like even 60 kilometers per hour. Like as slow as it looks like, any fall off is very, very deadly, and the impact has been, but we thank God for your life, and I think those are parts of the prices you've paid, and I saw that news all over, a lot of tabloids in Nigeria and everything. But okay, let's come down to Canada again. In the Canadian circle, where we talk about entertainment, Deborah Ewada-Makoli is a force to be reckoned with as a producer, as an actor. Here you are, you've been able to build this reputation over time. This 2022, you received close to 10-15 different awards from different parts of the country, from Nigeria, from Canada, from the US. Now, can you tell us, how were you able to build this reputation? What's the secret behind it? What's that spectacular thing about your personality that has made you grown so far?
Thank you very much for that question. See, yes, like you said, people are starting to reckon with me, and how can I say? I thank God for that. This can only be persistency and consistency, because I was persistent and I was consistent. Trust me. from the very day go, from the very day I joined the industry. I was very persistent. I continued the efforts right from starting with skits, short movies, feature movie, the cinema movie. The efforts never stopped. Even when I had discouragements, there were gossips and all that, I never stopped. I continued the efforts. And the steadiness for me was just top notch. I didn't listen to anything. I was just steady with achieving what I want. I was consistent. Like, I didn't want anything to just discourage me or say, oh, test slow dear. Rest for a bit before. Yeah, see, I was producing back to back. I had some people that say, oh, but just produce one, let this one make money first, and then I wasn't even. It's not like I don't listen to advices. I choose the one that is best for me and I make use of them. So I would say in the industry, some people are not pleased with me because they gave me their advice expecting me to follow this advice. And then some other person will come and give me another advice, and I will look and say, Elaine, this advice will be good for me, Joe, let me go for this. Not like I'm going for them, but what I usually do is I add this and do my thing. And that my thing is my steadiness. I that my steadiness means my consistency. I am so consistent with my belief that kept driving me to go to the next level. Not stopping, not listening, even if I do. See, it's not like I have the money or I had the money when I was doing it. No. The truth is, I had never kept $30,000 or $50,000 aside that, oh, this money is for movie. Never. I have never done that in my life. See, a movie will come across me and I will say the movie might cost, say, $10,000 or $5,000, whatever dollars it might cost. And I will not even have $500 in my account. I will not have, the truth is, I will not have $500 in my account. But I will tell that producer or the director that I'm going to be working with, I will tell the person, let's do it. We'll start with that amount. And then I will just start going. I will just start going until that movie becomes a movie. Until that story, let me put it, that story becomes a movie.
It comes to limelight. Okay.
Yes.
All right, Debbie, thank you so much. For people just joining us, it's still the Spotlight Talk Show with Akeem, and my guest today is Deborah Ewadafe Macaulay. We've been hearing from the horse's mouth. She said bedrock, our driving force has been persistency and consistency, and she believes in her own dreams, in her own ideas and ideologies, and these has been a secret. That's a take home for anybody watching today. Keep being real, keep focusing, and keep believing in yourself, and be consistent. She's been doing this consistently for the past 4 years, consecutively, back to back, and she, it's just the will. She has that strong will. She's very passionate, and here she is. Let's get back to Olola Aginju. I want to ask a question about the reception of this project in Nigerian cinemas. It's no longer news that your job is going global. It's coming to cinemas in Canada. One of the first time in the history of Canadian cinemas that we are bringing in a Nigerian epic shot in Nigeria. It's the first time in history. We've had other short films come on in cinemas around here, but there were Nigeria shots in Canada here. But this one, you're bringing our epic story. This is a transborder a thing now. It's an international thing, exporting our rich cultural values, bringing it to Canada, and it's been received. We're going to talk about that in details. But the next question right now is this: in terms of reception, how has it been in the cinemas in Nigeria?
Yeah, Olola Aginju was the only epic movie that came out in December 2023. So even it came out in the midst of Funke Akindele and Tony Abraham's movie as well. The hype for those two was something else. So actually, I knew that with these two in the cinemas, I was telling myself, Ololagiju will not make it, but I just want Ololagiju to go because of my experiences. I had terrible experiences about the cinema thing and all that, scammers and all that. So I was like, let it just go. Even when I had advices that it should be, that I should postpone it till February, I was like, say, I don't even want to postpone it anymore. I want to get it out of the way. And thank God I listened to my my instinct. I had to put Ololagiju in cinema, and yes, when Ololagiju started, I was thinking I didn't even bother myself to do that enough publicity, because I was like, well, let it just be there, because we have Booker on Battle on Booker Street and the other one. So I said, let Ololagiju go. But one thing Ololagiju did surprise every one of us is that when Ololagiju took off that Friday, when they started, even the producer gave us a surprise. He did a kind of small premiere and all that. That was very good of him. Banjo, thank you very much. And when the 1 week report came, I was shocked. I was like, Ololagiju made this in the cinemas amidst Funke Akindele and Tony Abraham's movies. I was shocked. Even when I had the chat with Tony Abraham, I showed her, she was like, oh, Ololagiju did good. You know, aside the review, because all the reviews I got were very good. They loved the movie. They really loved the movie. So those that went to just look Ololagiju was because it was epic. So they said, epic movie, oh, let's watch it. And they liked it and they gave us feedback, you know, the review was good. So Ololagiju is doing good in the cinemas right now. It's still showing in the cinemas. And yes, Ololagiju is it, the movie. Go and watch if you have not watched it. It's one of the epic movies in the cinemas, and I believe you will not regret watching it.
Exactly. No doubt. I've followed social media trends globally in Nigeria. Feelers you're getting is that people are very, very impressed. I see that a lot of people are becoming very selfless in the advocacy, in the campaign for people to go and watch that movie. So I was like, oh, what is it about the movie? And that's why I decided to reach out to your management to make sure we bring you here and ask you about it. So for those people watching from Nigeria, please, is it still in the cinemas?
It's still in the cinemas.
Wow. Till when? How long would that be?
I will see after the end of January. We'll see if to continue or to just bring it down.
Okay, awesome.
Usually after 4 months, the agreement I had with them is, after 4 weeks.
4 weeks, okay.
Up to me to continue or bring it down, and then.
Awesome.
I'll see.
That's great. Okay, guys, we'll be taking our first break. We're 23 minutes into the program, and shortly after the break, the spotlight would continue. Do stay tuned and keep sharing so that other people can benefit from this information session we are disseminating on this episode of the show. I'll be right back. All right, welcome back wherever you're watching us. It's still the Spotlight Talk Show with Akeem, and we're back again in the studio with our guest, Deborah Awadafe Macaulay. It's such a pleasure having you, Deborah. Once again, thank you so much for your time, and thank you for being in our studio today. Now, we want to talk about the Canada now. For those of us in Canada, like, how soon are we going to get the opportunity of watching this rich cultural epic project, the multi-million naira project from your stables? How soon are we going to watch it? Could you run us through the plans?
Yes, definitely. Ololagiju is coming to Canada. That's for sure. The arrangements, the all up and downs for it to come to Canada has been concluded. So for those don't know about Olola Agiju or what it is all about, that have not watched, I will be thinking, oh, we'll not have the opportunity to watch Olola Agiju. No, Olola Agiju is coming to Canada. So let me just briefly say this. For the Black History Month, which is February, Cineplex Odeon in downtown has given me the slot, the chance to hear Olola Agiju on Cineplex Cinema in downtown. I think at Dundas, flyers will soon be going out. So this week we'll start the publicity. So definitely Olola Agiju is coming, so that my people will watch. And I also need the support from my people to help spread the news. Tell your friends. Olola Agiju is not only coming out in Yoruba version, but we also have the English version of Olola Agiju. So you can tell your white friends. Everybody can watch Olola Agiju. So we just want to come together, see how we can push Olola Agiju. And it's a Black History Month. We are Blacks. This is what we have done. It's not about me. It's about every one of us. So let's push what we have forward. Let the world see us on our Black History Month and see what we can do. So I thank God that Olola is coming to Canada, and we'll be able to showcase what we can do. I know we can do better here in Canada. So I think we should start from this.
Oh, awesome. And when you mention Canada, I'm beginning to wonder. I want you to know that apart from Toronto, Toronto is like, that's the central place. But the borough, I'm going to implore you and your management to also consider, other parts of Canada. Even Ottawa here, the same as Ontario, we have a very large population of Nigerians, movie lovers, movie enthusiasts, practitioners, even in Montreal, in Calgary, Edmonton, So please, we would want you guys to factor those people in so that it can, spread well around. Now that takes me to the next question. We want to have your feeler. We're talking about you as a Nigerian Canadian film producer now. You are more based in Canada. This is where your family is. In terms of your engagements with people in the community, how would you describe red flags in the Nigerian Canadian filmmaking industry? What has the experience been like working with people and the red flags you noticed?
Okay, obviously we all know there are red flags. Red flags in the Nigerian industry. I'm not saying there are not red flags in the Canadian industry, the Canadian Nigerian industry here also. Obviously there are. So maybe I should start with the Nigeria red flags. Nigeria, I believe we can come together and fix this. We can fix it in the industry. It's not something that's so difficult. It doesn't take anything to fix this, First, we that come from diaspora to produce movie in Nigeria, anyway, we are liable to fall in the hands of scammers. We can easily fall in the hands of scammers because, you see, not all Nigerians, not all these Nigerians in the industry, right? Not in the industry, Nigerian industry. I'm not saying everybody's the same. What I'm saying is there are a lot of them that have sweet mouths. They can sweet talk you into doing what you don't want to do. They can sweet talk you into going to even steal. I'm telling you, to steal. If I had the opportunity to steal and steal again and again, I will steal, because that sweet mouth from that place, not be here. So the thing is, the red flag is we have a lot of scammers there. I would just say it as it is. Is it somebody that wants to come and tell you, oh, he has a story, this story will cost, let's say, for example, 1 million. Then you go into it and say, okay, 1 million, yeah. The moment you start, trust me, by the end of that production, you'll be spending over 2 million. That's not good. It's a red flag. And then, even when you have your movie, okay, let me take, for example, Olola Agiju. had a lot of people coming into my DM. Oh, they can canvas for me to do this, to do that, you know. Sweet talked me into believing they would do it. I gave my hard-earned money again. Even though I said to myself that I have learned my lesson, nobody in the industry will dupe me again. That's a lie. That's a lie. Recently is what I'm talking about. This after somebody took over, I don't want to mention amounts here, said he was putting my movie in the cinemas, gave me a contract, gave me a date, gave me a go-ahead. Even I paid him the money to do the posters, the flyers, everything. Gave him, in short, you can imagine how much I spent, millions on this. This guy collected all this million and gave me a date. 2 weeks to that date, we found out it was fake. There was no movie in the cinemas. I had to struggle again to pay again for Ololagiju to get to the cinema. You see, they will switch. This guy was switched. In short, I will mention his name. Yomi, if I check the money, the surname that I have his picture in my Instagram page. I'm still coming back to post him again. Yomi collected that amount of money from me. And he didn't do anything. He was just leading me on until 2 weeks before the cinema date. So anyway, that's aside. Yomi did his role. Then some canvassers came to my DM again. Oh, let's help you canvas. Let's help you do this. The movie will sell more. I'm like, okay, how much? This, I'll pay them. Then that's the end. You will not see them again. You will not see them again. Say, this industry should do better. Nigeria industry should do better. I know it's not the fault of some people. Yeah, some people are very trustworthy. Some people are straight to the point. Some people, like my team, when I started on Ololagiju, I had a team. Those teams, they were just everything. They were everything. I will say it today. The director, the editor, the DOP, the PM of the, and then what else? And we had the producer. So we're just there, trying to bring Ololagiju back to life after I thought Ololagiju was gone. So much stress and everything attached to it. That would be a story for another day. So yes, there are a lot of scammers in the industry. They should do better, please. Let them change. Seriously, the red flags are too much. Let them change.
I can't imagine.
They are discouraging producers from diaspora to come to produce movies. Because if we come from here to produce movies in Nigeria, we are giving them employment as well.
Yeah.
You know, but people are not encouraged here. But anyways, for me, I've had my experience. Just like I said, I have my, nobody will dupe me. They still duped me. They still duped me. Yes.
All right. Thank you so much, Deborah. So, well, that's a very that's another message. It's a take home for everybody watching. If you are an enthusiast, you are a practitioner, you want to go home, we're going to urge you to be very careful of such red flags. In such a way that you are documenting everything formally, so that the law is part of such an agreement, so that you need to be careful, because we keep learning from people, from pay setters like Deborah Wadafe, who has gone all head out, pushing in and doing something epic. This is really, really commendable. Thank you. And we hope those people that are called out would really desist from such.
Even the cinemas too. Even the cinemas. I'm not really pleased with how the cinemas in Nigeria are doing things. I just want to add this. You spend a lot of money to produce a movie, and you want to take it to the cinemas before it gets to Netflix. And the cinema is asking you to pay a lot of money. Okay, fine, we understand. They have to pay for this, pay for that. And then they don't even do their own part of the deal. They give you odd times to show your movies. And then after collecting all this money from you, they're so rude. Like they talk to, oh my goodness. No cutscene. They should do better. I'm not talking about other cinemas. I don't know about the other distributors. I don't know about them. But the one I'm dealing with now, trust me, I am not happy with them. I told them I'm going to call them out. This is Canada. We don't fear people before we call them out. This is Canada. They are dealing with a Canadian. So what they did to me was unfair. I told them I will never recommend them to anybody from this part of the world that I know that wants to put their movie in the cinemas. I will never recommend that distributor. I don't want to call names. So they should do better.
That's pretty fine. So that the fact is, I think this is another take home. Like this is the essence of this kind of conversation. Now we're realizing things. We understand that courtesy, customer relationships, it's pretty different from where we come from and what it's obtainable in Nigeria. In Nigeria, everybody has a sense of entitlement. Even a security man at the gate would look at you, and stuff like that. So, well,
Mhm.
is we're reaching out and we're telling our Nigerian partners, if you care to watch this or if you're watching that, see, the more if you want to mingle with the other parts of the world, in as much as we are all Nigerians, but the moment you're outside and you're functioning in a sane environment like Canada, we expect such gestures to be reciprocated in terms of communication, in terms of customer service. So I think that's a take home for people as well. And one can always explain this even from the onset of the conversation. That say, listen, if this is how you people operate, I'm coming into a deal with you. I expect a feedback kind of two ends communication that are very rational and human. So thank you so much, Debbie, for pulling out that as one of the red flags we should take home. One is the ability to be scammed, and second one is expectation in terms of courteous responses. Thank you so much, Debbie. Now, I want to talk. Let's leave a bit of Olola Agiju and talk about Deborah Ewadate. 2022, like I mentioned earlier, you were getting awards locally and internationally. I was surprised, like even one of the biggest awards we had in Canada, the Leeds Awards that put together by MC Maurice, and that was a very huge award. And I was really, really, I saw you on stage and I was really excited. I saw the whole fan base and everything. You went home with the best actor, right? The best, the
Yes.
best actor, right? Wow, wow. 2022 Nigerian Canadian biggest awards, apart from all the other awards you got in 2022. I want to ask you this question. How do you feel about these awards? What do they mean to you?
Awards. An award is the best encouragement for the awardee to do better. I keep saying this. I will always say this and say it again and again. My first award. You see, it's like when a child comes home with first position. Our mothers those days, our mothers would give us cooked rice and cooked chicken. We'll eat chicken. I came first, we'll eat chicken. So next time I would definitely want to come first again so that I will eat chicken, because I'm from a poor home, not from a rich home. So it's only Christmas we eat chicken and rice. So once we do better, like we do good, I'm not saying I'm the best, but I remember very well, I used to be very good. I will struggle so hard to get that position so that I can come home and eat chicken and rice. You understand? It's still the same thing with award. See, when we started this, I didn't start alone. We started as a group. We all tried. We did our best. So when I got my first award ever was an award from Tampan, Canada. This award. Tampan, Canada. Yeah. You see, the moment I got this award, you see, it didn't take me up to 2 weeks. I produced a short movie called Around. Yeah. That was when I produced Around. I got inspired that, come on, do more. I did that one. Then I did all my short movies and all that. Then I went to Nigeria. I said, okay, COVID is finished. Let me go to Nigeria. Let me try. I got to Nigeria. I did a couple of movies. Yes. Nosa Obaseki. There was this award going on in Benin. It's the, what's the name of the award? Edisa Award. Yeah, the Edisa Award. Yeah. Nosa introduced me to these people to check my profile and see what I have been doing in a short period of time. So these people checked my profile and they were like, wow, in a short period of time, you've been able to do this, you've been able to do that. And they gave me, I think the first award they gave me was my movie, the movie I did, Restitution. They said Best Picture or something like that. And then the following year, they gave me Best Actress. You know, for that award alone that I got through Nosa Obaseki, introducing me to this award, people giving award, that's also made me go to the next level. I'm telling you. I was producing just YouTube movies when I went to Nigeria. When I got that award, I was like, oh, wow, okay, let me do better. Then I did better, not just YouTube movie. I did movies that would go to Netflix, and Iroko TV as well. So to cut the long story short, with an award, it is just an encouragement to do better. So even as I am now, I keep, like this last one, just like you said, this Leeds award, this very last one was what broke the camel's back. I'll tell you, this last award, because I wasn't expecting this. In Canada, I wasn't expecting it. So since this happened, December 26th, I got myself, like, I encouraged myself, talked to some people and tell them, please, let's go to the next level. Let's do the next thing, which we are trying to do now. Very soon you will start hearing stuff. Don't worry. Let me not let you back.
Keep your fingers crossed. Never I want to feel the beat.
Generally, awards that were given to me. This is an award from Cool Wealth. They've encouraged me a lot to continue in the movie industry. Trust me. This is an award from Golden Stars. You know, they kept giving me award. They saw all I did. They went to my page. They went to my profile. And I have my beautiful baby here, Yeti Bay. When she did her premiere, she also gave me this award. Thank you, Yeti Bay. I appreciate. I will do better next time, you know. And also I have this from Tampan Mushi. Tampan Mushi. This is from Tampan Mushi. Like, I appreciate them. They saw all I did. Like, some of their members came to Canada. You can start it's for excellence, you know, and all that. So they appreciated my efforts too. I also have this. Oh my God, Heritage Group, Afro Heritage in Canada. This one, you need to go to my page, Deborah Iweda Fair Films Instagram, and see what happened on that day. I danced like Afro Heritage recognized me. Wow. So I'm really happy to why I'm saying this is I have a lot of them, right? A lot of my awards. We have all colors from Nigeria. You see, what I'm trying to say is these awards, they do encourage us a lot.
Yeah.
They do encourage us a lot. So thank you very much to Edisa Award, All Colors Award, Golden Awards, Cool Wet Awards, Afro Heritage, Yeti Bay Awards, Leeds Award, and Tampan Mushi, Tampan Canada. Thank you very much for encouraging me this far.
All right, that's another very good one. Thank you so much. So for people who get awards, just like you said, it's an inspiration for you to get more prepared, because another season would keep coming. And how do you become relevant? You have to be upstanding with your activities, and you keep putting in more of your efforts. That's a very good one. More awards and more accolades, so that you just keep going and going. Okay, now let's come back to Canada. Yeah, Olola Aginju, the project. Could you tell us more about, like, what are the plans? Like, are the days already fixed that we're going to go to the cinemas to watch it? You want to run us through probably, like, how much would it cost in terms of location, parking? How should people be prepared for all this? And why should we leave our busy schedule in Canada here to come and watch Olola Aginju? You need to add value to those points so that we will be able to add more value to it by justifying the reason why Olola Aginju is the next movie to be prepared to watch from the Nigerian Canadian stables live in a Canadian cinema in Canada.
Yeah, thank you very much. Like I said, Olola Aginju is coming to Canada, and we have plans in order for this. The dates is February 10th to February 16th. To be showing every day. The time will, I think the schedule is coming 2 days before the screening day. So I think from on the 7th we should get the time it will show. Yes. See, what we are expecting is great. This is going to be the first time we are showing Nollywood. I don't know. Let me not be mistaken. Let me not say what I don't know. Maybe they've been doing it before in Black History Week, showing movies in the cinemas in Black History Week. I don't know. But since I came to Toronto, I have not seen that. There are movies. The movies do come to cinemas in Toronto. We pay and go and watch it. But this is kind of a different ball game entirely. Like where the cinema says, bring your movie. We are giving you 6 days to hear the movie on cinemas. Like I was wow. So I cannot do it alone. This is not about me. This is about every one of us. This is about Nigerians, Ghanaians, all Africans, even the Canadians, the white Canadians, everybody. It's all about everybody coming together now. So what I'm trying to say is this: how can we achieve this? I want to use this medium to plead for people to support me and support the Black History Week. I will be going around this week to meet people. I'll give them letters for support, whatever they have to support, because publicity is very expensive. And we have our drone program for publicity because we want to make this history. We want to make it history. Let's come together and make it work. So we have a plan. We'll let people know. Anybody that wants to volunteer to join us on that same day, on the 10th, earlier before the time the cinema will air, we'll be screening. I will reach out to people. People too can reach out to me for their support if they want to join us, because we are planning to have the kind of premiere where we have the band, the saxophonist will be there, just play the band and dance and give people flyers on that same day. We need people, we need like minds. Like minds, I'm not saying some people are not interested or some people are, no, I'm not trying to categorize people now. I want all of us to come together and make this work. Seriously, we want to make this work because we want to put it down that, next year, another Black History Month, we will still hit it and people will be expecting it. We want to make the first one a hit. Please, let's come out. Reach out to me. I will also reach out to you. Let's come out on that day, make this noise, and before that day, help us tell friends. I will send flyers to people, invite friends, invite family. Let everybody come out. It's the Black History Week in Canada. Let's celebrate it. So I don't think this is not gonna worth your time that you give. If it's for one day, you give one day and for out of your work, and then you go, another person gives one day for another day. Who will make it work? It's just for one day. I believe our time will not be. It will be worth the stress. Let me put it that way.
All right, that's a client call, a very open one from one of Nigerian Canadians' lead movers, a force to be reckoned with when it comes to entertainment in Canada. Deborah Wadafia has built a brand. She has built a reputation. She has built an image around people. She is people driven. She is passionate about the entertainment industry. She has selflessly over time been able to put all her energy, time, resources into the Nigerian Canadian Nollywood story. And here she is, putting up a clarion call to everybody, wherever you are. If you're resident in Canada, if you're in Toronto, Ontario, you're in the neighborhood, please, this is time for us to come together as one. It's like we're opening a door and she is the trailblazer. Let's all come out, make that impact. The power of our networking as a community would also transcend into the inclusivity policy of Canada itself. Canada appreciates when people come together to work, we make impact. Yes. Next year, they will come again and support the industry. So it's not about Deborah Wadafia alone. It's not about Olola Akinju. It's about that trans-border business, bringing in, importing our culture, and the movie itself, it's worth it. All we've seen, previews, reviews so far have been great about the movie in terms of quality, in terms of the storyline, and in terms of the fantastic lead actors that participated. So let's all come out and support this and make sure that it goes really viral. Debbie, because of our time, we are 49 minutes into the program. We have just less than 5 to 6 minutes to round off. For you, how would you say, how would you describe the Nigerian Canadian industry? What are your advice? How can we grow more as a pace setters in this business, as a stakeholder?
Yeah, to quickly say something about that. Like I said, we need to support ourselves here in Canada. Yeah, we know we have busy schedules. our work will not allow us to do one or two things, but the few ones that have ventured into producing, Nigerian Canadians that have ventured into producing, I say kudos to them. They did well, they are doing well. And the likes of Lola Alamo that has her movies in Amazon. We have Musa Basekitu that has his movies, so they are doing well. They are giving us that, they open doors for us. And I would say, as it is now, we are at about 30% growth in the industry. So if we really do good, we should be able to rise to 80%, 90%. You know, if we should work together, come together always, like share ideas, do stuff, pushing especially, push it, push. Let it get there. Let the awareness go wide, far. You know, like that. And yes, I also want to say, like, encourage my other producers too. They are doing very good. Producers like Ive Oluwa Bamiwa, all right? Ive is doing good. She's been producing back to back. Rachel Loyiza has been producing back to back. Yetunde Akinyemi Yetibe, she's been hitting it too in the movie industry. Go to YouTube, you'll see her movies there. We have Temidayo's movie too in the YouTube. Queen V, her movie will be coming out soon as well. You know, there are people that are hitting it. We are trying to work hard to get there. You know, we have Eunice Mambo, her movie too, it's there. You know, she did where she got an award. And also Chelsea, the famous MC, she has a beautiful movie too that she has done from Canada as well, from Toronto, right? So we can make it. We have a lot of people. Look at it, It's Okay DBA. She has her movies showing in cinemas, Ottawa, the US, here in Canada, in Toronto as well. You know, we have people doing this, but we just need that support. We need to come together. We need to push it together. Like, we need to support ourselves to get to that percentage that will make the whole world see us as, wow, they are doing it in Canada. Yes, movies are coming out from Canada every month, every two months. And we are trying, they are doing good. But I know we'll get there.
Thank you so much, Deborah Wadafe. It's always fun having a conversation with you, either live or on air like this. So let's get this is how far we'll be able to go. I would just want you to, what's your advice generally for the whole industry, and maybe what are your final words? You want to share your contact for people who wants to partner, who wants to support, who want to volunteer on this your vision, because I see you now, you've taken it beyond Deborah Wadafe things. You're championing a cause in terms of the real industry, and possibly, like, if you would want to shed light quickly on your plans towards March. We've had it from sources on the street. We're not very sure. We had that you're in partnership with the city of Brampton. They want to bring in a lot of Nigerian celebrities. You're planning something big. You could just run us through all this and your final words in the next 2-3 minutes. Thank you so much, Debbie.
Yeah, thank you. Like I said before, our industry will grow if we come together and we have like minds. Yeah, I was speaking with Eunice Mambo last night, and she really said some beautiful words of encouragement. She said good things. She has that drive as well. I have the drive. If you have the drive, the other person has the drive. We can come together and make that drive. Like CJ Jaboro. Jaboro has all the connections we want to talk about. No, he has all the connections. The other day I called and we were talking, and he has everything. We can just come together. People are doing their stuffs behind. Let them come. Let them call us. I just need somebody to call. That's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to bring these people together to see how we can do something. Yeah. When we come together and see what we can achieve, trust me, we'll get to the next level, and very fast at that too. Also, like I said, we need support. Don't forget about that. We need support, and we are trying to look into the mayor of Brampton also is helping. He's helping a great deal. We all know him. He's a great helper. Anything that concerns the blacks, he's always there. So hopefully we get this cast, Olaladejo cast coming over. I know they are your fans too. At least out of all of them, one of them will be your fan, one of them will be the other one's fan. So let's come together and have them here. Even though we give them preference all the time, we give them good hospitality. Yes, even though we go there, they believe we are not star enough. I would say they don't treat us the way we treat them here. But one day, we too, we are we are stars of our own now. We are stars. We produce, we act. So we are stars. So we expect that one day they will treat us better. That's what we want to achieve. They will treat us better.
Yeah.
You understand? When I mean they will treat us better, they will start calling us here. We need something here in Canada, or how can we do it? So then we too can see whether we can do small shakara. You understand what I mean? I'm not saying they are doing shakara. Ever been so yeah, so that's just about it. Rounding up generally, the industry here, I see a lot of potential. I see a lot of potential. We can make it. Yeah, we just need like minds. That's just it. There will always be arguments, misunderstandings, and opinions, but I know we can make it. So.
Okay. Would you want to drop any contact or your social media so the people can reach out to you?
Yeah, anybody that wants to contact me concerning this project, concerning this Black History Month program, you can reach me on 416-6252-321, and you can always get as we progress on this, you'll find on my page, Deborah Iwedafe Films on Instagram. Then my WhatsApp, if you want to send anything to me, my WhatsApp is 780-906-8678. Please, I'll reach out to me, be a good citizen, and let's help one another. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. All
right, thank you so much, Deborah Iwedafe, for your time being our guest to the Spotlight Talk Show this beautiful afternoon from the city of Barrie, where we're transmitting from. We do appreciate your time. Thank you so much, Deborah. All right, this is how far we'll be able to go. Distinguished viewers, wherever you're watching us, we want to say thank you for your time once again. She said a lot of things we need to digest. As a key player also in the industry, I'm going to say something. She said it all. We need to come together, work as a team, and leverage on our intellectual resources, on our connections, north, east, west, and south of the world. And that's the way Nollywood, the Nigerian Canadian Nollywood, factor would be able to rise and be recognized in Canada. This is how far we'll be able to go. Thank you so much for your time. Join me in the next episode of the Spotlight Talk Show. We'll be bringing in another special guest. We will be talking about something I'm sure you're going to love. This time it has to do with academics. A very brilliant Nigerian Canadian lady doing stunts, making history. She is an author and, of course, a very, very intelligent lad. She's going to be my guest on the next episode of the Spotlight. Stay tuned. Keep sharing, keep liking, and don't forget to subscribe. It's goodbye from this side of the studio. And I want to say special thanks to all the team in the building who has helped us put together this edition of the show. Goodbye and thank you.